Black magic. The very term conjures images of dark rituals and forbidden knowledge, death curses. These are not mere whispers in the dark. They are powerful and deliberate acts of malevolence. They are potent pronouncements of ill intent. Cultures across the globe, steeped in ancient traditions, recognize their power. From the shamans of the Amazon to the mystics of the Himalayas, the belief in the efficacy of these curses is universal. These curses are more than just words. They are believed to be a conduit, a way to channel malevolent energy towards a victim. The rituals often involve intricate ceremonies, invoking dark spirits and forces beyond our understanding. The seriousness of these curses is deeply ingrained in the human psyche. They tap into our primal fears, the fear of the unknown, the fear of forces beyond our control. This fear is not just a relic of the past, but continues to haunt us in the present. Death curses, in particular, are shrouded in a chilling gravity. They represent the ultimate power, the ability to control life and death itself. The very thought that someone could wield such power is enough to send shivers down the spine. The belief in black magic and death curses persists even today. In a world where logic often reigns supreme, these ancient fears retain their grip. Despite advancements in science and technology, the shadow of these curses looms large. This enduring belief speaks to the profound impact these curses have on the human experience. They are a stark reminder of the power of belief and the very real fear that something sinister might be lurking just beyond our perception. The line between superstition and reality blurs, leaving us to wonder about the true extent of these dark forces. The human mind is a complex and delicate thing. It can be a source of incredible strength, but also crippling vulnerability. The belief that one is cursed can be profoundly damaging. It is a heavy burden to bear. The psychological impact can be devastating. Imagine the constant dread, the feeling of being watched, the unshakable conviction that something evil is closing in. This is the reality for those who believe they are cursed. Fear becomes a constant companion. It seeps into every aspect of their lives. Relationships suffer. Work becomes a struggle. The joy of life dwindles, replaced by an all-consuming anxiety. The mind, under this constant barrage of negativity, can begin to manifest physical symptoms. Stress, insomnia, and panic attacks are common. In extreme cases, the belief in a curse can lead to serious mental health issues. Depression, anxiety disorders, and even psychosis can take root. The curse becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. The mind, consumed by fear, creates the very reality it fears most. Believing you are cursed can manifest in unsettling ways. Unexplained misfortunes may seem like more than coincidence. Sudden illness, financial ruin, or a string of accidents can fuel the fear. The line between bad luck and a curse can become blurred. Those who believe in curses often point to specific signs: a sudden onslaught of nightmares, vivid and terrifying, objects moving inexplicably in their home, whispers or voices heard only when alone. These occurrences can amplify the feeling of being targeted by unseen forces. Animals, too, are believed to be sensitive to negative energy. Pets behaving strangely, becoming withdrawn or aggressive, can be interpreted as a sign of a curse's presence. Physical sensations can also manifest, a feeling of being watched even when alone, sudden chills or cold spots in a room, unexplained illnesses that defy medical diagnosis. These physical manifestations further solidify the belief that something is terribly wrong. The fear becomes a tangible, visceral experience. When shadows consume, demonic possession, it is a concept as old as time itself. Throughout history, tales of demonic possession have been told in hushed whispers, passed down through generations. The idea that a malevolent entity can take control of a human body. This notion has permeated various cultures and religions, each with its own interpretation and understanding. It is a terrifying thought, one that has haunted humanity for centuries. The fear of losing oneself to an unseen force is a primal one, deeply rooted in our collective psyche. Possession is often linked to black magic and curses. Rituals and incantations are believed to summon these dark entities, binding them to the physical realm. It is seen as the ultimate violation, the complete subjugation of one's will to a dark and powerful force. The possessed are often depicted as prisoners within their own bodies, their autonomy stripped away. The possessed individual is often described as a mere shell. Their essence, their very soul, is overshadowed by the invading entity, their true self buried beneath the will of the entity. This internal struggle is a battle for dominance, a fight to reclaim one's own identity. Their actions become erratic, their words nonsensical. The possessed may exhibit behaviors that are completely out of character, further alienating them from their loved ones. They may exhibit superhuman strength or speak in languages they never learned. These manifestations are often seen as proof of the entity's otherworldly origin. The transformation can be swift and dramatic. A once familiar face can become a mask of terror, twisted by the malevolent force within. A loved one becomes unrecognizable, their eyes burning with an alien fire. This change is not just physical but deeply psychological, altering the very essence of the person. The possessed are often depicted as vessels of chaos and destruction. Their actions can bring about great harm, driven by the entity's insidious desires. They lash out violently, driven by an insatiable rage. This uncontrollable anger is a hallmark of possession, a sign of the entity's influence. Their voices deepen, taking on a guttural, inhuman quality. This change in vocal tone is often accompanied by a sense of dread, a chilling reminder of the entity's presence. They may exhibit an aversion to religious artifacts or symbols. This reaction is seen as a clash between the sacred and the profane, a struggle between light and darkness. Holy water, crucifixes, and sacred texts are said to repel them. These items are believed to hold power, capable of driving the entity away. The very air around them feels heavy, charged with negative energy. This oppressive atmosphere is a tangible sign of the entity's presence, a constant reminder of the battle being waged within. Ancient echoes folklore of demonic influence. These tales have been whispered through the ages, carried on the winds of time. Folklore surrounding demonic possession is as varied as the cultures from which it originates. Each culture has its own unique stories and interpretations, reflecting their deepest fears and beliefs. Tales passed down through generations, each more chilling than the last. These stories are often shrouded in mystery, with details that send shivers down the spine. These stories often serve as cautionary tales. They are meant to warn the young and the naive about the dangers that lurk in the shadows. Warnings against dabbling in the dark arts or inviting evil into one's life. The consequences of such actions are often depicted as dire and irreversible. In some cultures, demons are believed to be fallen angels. These beings were once pure and divine, but were cast out due to their transgressions. Cast out of heaven for their transgressions, their fall from grace is a powerful symbol of the consequences of defiance and pride. They roam the earth seeking to corrupt and destroy. Their presence is often felt in places of despair and desolation. In others, they are ancient spirits. These entities have existed since time immemorial. Born of the primordial chaos, born of darkness and chaos. They thrive in turmoil and seek to spread their malevolent influence. They crave power and dominion over the mortal realm. Their ultimate goal is to subjugate humanity and bend it to their will. These entities are often associated with specific sins or vices. They embody the darkest aspects of human nature: lust, greed, wrath, and envy. These are the tools they use to ensnare their victims. They prey on the weaknesses of humanity, exploiting our vulnerabilities to gain a foothold. Once they have a hold, they are difficult to expel. The methods of possession also vary. Some tales speak of rituals and incantations, while others mention more subtle means. In some tales, a demon can possess a person through a curse or hex. These dark spells are often cast by those seeking revenge or power. In others, they may enter through a portal or gateway. These gateways are often found in places where the veil between worlds is thin. Ancient ruins, haunted forests, and abandoned asylums are often depicted as places where the veil between worlds is thin. These locations are steeped in history and mystery. These locations are said to be rife with demonic energy. The very air seems to hum with malevolence, a breeding ground for evil. These places are avoided by the wise and the wary, for they know the dangers that lie within. The body betrayed physical and mental manifestations. The effects of a curse or demonic possession are not limited to the spiritual realm. They can manifest in very real, very physical ways. The body, under the influence of such malevolent forces, can become a battleground, a war waged between light and darkness. Victims of curses often report a decline in physical health, unexplained illnesses that defy medical diagnosis, sudden weight loss or gain, chronic pain that racks their bodies. These ailments are often accompanied by a sense of overwhelming fatigue, as if their life force is being slowly drained away. Mentally, the toll can be even more devastating. Anxiety and depression can grip the afflicted, plunging them into depths of despair. Paranoia and hallucinations can warp their perception of reality. The line between what is real and what is imagined becomes blurred. In extreme cases, the possessed may exhibit suicidal tendencies, driven to escape the torment that consumes them.